Now let's discuss about how do we download the Anaconda. So Anaconda is a platform which is used for writing the Python commands. You can write Python commands in multiple platforms like Anaconda, PyCharm. So there are multiple platforms which are used for writing the Python commands. However, Anaconda is a platform which is being used majorly. So Anaconda is a service provider, or it is a vendor which provides a software where you can write the Python commands. Why we are preferring Anaconda is because Anaconda is the one which is being widely used, and it is very easy to navigate and write the codes in Anaconda, which we will discuss further. Now these are the 4 steps which are defined to download Anaconda where you can write the Python commands. Let's go through these steps one by one. The first step is to download Anaconda and go to Anaconda website. So Python is an open source. It is a free software which can be downloaded. So it doesn't require any license. So we will go to the website for Anaconda products individual. So you can look for this web URL. We have enclosed these process steps in this video about how to download the Python Anaconda. So this Anaconda link might change across passage of time. So you just need to Google it, download Anaconda. So the web URL might not be same exactly 1 month down the line. So you need to just write download Anaconda on the Google and go to the appropriate Anaconda website. Now we'll go ahead and navigate to the website here where it says install Anaconda. Click on install Anaconda. It would take you to the bottom of the page. In the bottom of the page you will find multiple operating systems, which is Windows, Mac and Linux. So whatever is your operating system, you can download the Anaconda version from there. So let's say we are talking about the Windows software. So there are 2 versions available for Python. So there's a Python 3.7 and 2.7 version available. We'll be using the latest one, which is Python 3.7. Now within 3.7 you would find 64-bit graphical installer and you would find 32-bit graphical installer. So you would download either of these depending upon your system configuration. Now how do you figure out what software do you require? Either you require 64-bit or 32-bit from your computer. So we'll check that on your local system. Let's follow these steps to find out which software you require. So you can write from your startup menu, write computer, and go to this PC icon, right click on this, go to properties. Here you can see that my computer is a 64-bit operating system, so I would require 64-bit software for my computer. So in case it says 32-bit for your system, use the 32-bit. So download 32-bit in that case. So once you download this, you need to configure the software. And we will proceed with step number 3, which is downloading and configuring. So you would download the executable file and just run the executable file. It would keep on giving you some default option. Just keep on clicking next and next and configure the software. So once you configure the software, you might need to restart your computer before you can open up the software. Which means before proceeding to step number 4, if you're not able to open up the software from your local system, you might need to restart your system. Okay, so between step number 3 and step number 4, you might need to restart your system. It depends upon certain system configurations. We'll straight away proceed to the step number 4, and we will assume that you don't need to restart your computer. So in case you have downloaded and configured your software appropriately, the step number 4 requires startup Anaconda from your startup menu. So just go to the startup menu, write Anaconda. And this is the icon that you would be referring to, which says Anaconda Navigator. Click on this icon. It might take up to 3 to 4 minutes in some of the computers to open up Anaconda, while in some computers it opens up in 30 seconds. Once Anaconda opens up, this is how it looks like. Within Anaconda, you would see that there are multiple softwares available. You can use this scroll bar to navigate to different softwares. You can see RStudio is also available in the Anaconda software. Towards the bottom right, you would see RStudio. So RStudio is one of the applications where you write R programs. So Anaconda has provided you the access to the RStudio as well. Now if we scroll up, you will find a lot of softwares. We'll be talking majorly about the Python softwares. So the Python softwares are Jupyter. So Jupyter based application is a web based application. It would just open up in the web URL, and there you can write the Python commands. Jupyter is option 1 for accessing Python commands. And if you scroll down, you would see another software which is Spyder. So Spyder is another software which is used to write the Python commands. Jupyter and Spyder can be used in place of each other. You can either use Jupyter or Spyder. Spyder stands for Scientific Python Development Environment, in which you can write the Python codes in the notepad-like window. So we'll be using Jupyter from the training perspective because Jupyter is a web-based application and it is easy to understand the commands. It is easy to see the output, even though in Jupyter and Spyder the kind of commands that you would write would exactly be the same, but the layout, the outlook would be a little different of the output. So we'll take a look at Spyder first and then we'll move on to the Jupyter, and just to reiterate, we'll be using Jupyter for the training purposes. So I'll click on launch. It would take few seconds for Spyder based application to launch. You can see on the bottom right there is a scroll bar running, which means it's processing and it's opening Spyder. Now once Spyder opens, this is how it looks like. There are multiple windows available in Spyder. Let's talk about the different windows here. So this is the place towards the left side, which is marked in white check. This is the place where you write the Python commands. This is called Python script window. The name of this Python code file is given as temp.py. So py is the extension for the Python code files. Now let's take a look at the bottom right window, which is the console window. So console window is a window which gives you the output. So whatever are the codes that you write in Python, that gets executed in the console window, and console window would give you the output. Let's take a look at a demonstration, and don't worry about the codes that we are writing on Python. We will discuss about these codes in the upcoming videos. So for example, if in the Python program window I write a is equal to 1, if I go ahead and execute with this particular button, I select this particular line, I want to run this particular line, and I'll click on this button which is run selection or the current line. Once I run this, you can see the code is executed in the console window. I have created an object A with the value 1 and it gets executed in the console window. So you write the commands in the Python script window and the commands get executed in the console window. So now you have created an object with the value 1. In case you want to run the value A, you want to see what is the value of A. If you run this particular line, which is line number 2, so you can see here on the left side the line gets generated. So if you just keep on hitting enter, on the left side the lines would keep on getting generated. So it would assign line numbers to each of the line. If you run the line number 2 and you run A only, the output that you get in the console window is the value of A is 1. So you can see this is the out command. Out tells you that what is the output. In tells you what is the input. So we gave the input as A in the Python window and we got the output as 1 because the value of A is 1. The value that we have assigned to A is 1. So to summarize, the Python program window, the Python script window is used to write the commands and the console window is used to view the commands. Now let's take a look at one more window which is towards the top right, which is the variable explorer window, marked in a check. Here you can see that it gives you the variables that we have created in Python. So for now we have created a simple variable which is A, and it gives you the name of the variable. The name of the variable is A. What kind of data type it has? It has the integer value. 1 is an integer, and the size is 1 because we just have created one element inside it. So we have not created an object with multiple values. So that's the reason why the size is 1, because the value of A is 1 and it has only one element inside it. So in case you have multiple elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, so those are called elements. So in case you have 4 elements with 1, 2, 3, 4 as values, those are 4 elements. So the size would be 4 in that case. But in this case, the value of A is 1. That's the reason why the size we are getting is 1. And the value is also 1. Now if you go ahead and change the value of A in the Python script window to, let's say, 50, and if I just run these two lines, line number 1 and 2 together, now you can see the changes have been made in the Variable Explorer window. In the Variable Explorer window, the A has a value 50 and the size is still 1 because there is just one element inside it.